Hello guys. In this lecture we are going to see the measurements for energy audit. Let's start with the measurements for energy audit with the terms and definitions. Before that I would like to introduce a key feature of energy efficiency projects is their return on investment. In contrast to usual repair works, for example, investment in energy efficiency projects is more likely to result in financial benefits. In order for this to happen very sooner or at least to achieve this, it is necessary to follow a few rules which will be discussed in this lecture. It is conservation of energy rather than access to resources that ensures energy security as no source lasts indefinitely. Let's see the terms and definitions one by one. First is energy efficiency measures. Energy efficiency measures are measures that reduce the energy consumption whilst maintaining the same or better indoor climate conditions, or measures that improve the indoor climate conditions with no change in energy consumption. Next is heat generation installation that include the equipments with generating the heat that are nothing but boilers, heaters, and other types of equipment that convert the different types of power that are nothing but electric, fuel energy, etc. into the heat. Third term is energy resources. Energy resources that are fuel and other substances that may generate energy through the application of technology, processes, and physical phenomena. Fuels are nothing but also you can include coal, gas, oil, electric energy, etc. Next is a metering station. Metering station is technology that enables the discharge of a certain resource to be measured. Meter stations describe or includes heat meters, electricity meters, water meters, gas meters, etc. Next is nothing but a type of energy consumption. Let's see the domestic energy consumption usually consists of these parameters that are nothing but, or you can say these are the energy resources. First is heat energy. Let's see how it is spent, the heat energy domestically, and we will see also where it is to be spent. First we concentrate on the how it is spent. The compensation of heat losses through the building envelope. If the temperature outside the house is lower than the inside, the building will be constantly giving away part of the heat. This amount will be compensated by different sources of heat inside the house. The better building envelope is that, the less heat loss that occur, and resulting in less money being needed to compensate for the losses. It can also spend as a heating of hot water. In order to hot water, it is necessary to expend energy, or you can say power, heat or solar. And heat also can be spent as warming the inflowing air. To fill the comfortable indoor cold air is the warmed using the power or heat. This can be done either through the centralized inflow ventilation systems or by radiators located under slightly opened windows. Now let's see where it is to be come from. And heat energy come from the burning fuels like gas, oil, coal, wood, pellets. Also, it can be come from electricity. Regardless the type of the construction, the efficiency cannot exceed the 100%. Heat energy also can be come out from the solar power, earth or air or water, and central heating system also can be used in domestically, and residents and visitors also coming inside that people emit the 20 watt of the heat also, and also working appliances inside the room which warm the appliances increase the room temperature. Next is electric power. Now electric power, how it is spent? It is spent by light, cooking food, working appliances, means electric appliances, and maintenance of engineering systems like pump and ventilators. Now let's see energy, electrical energy or electric power, where it comes from. That are coming from power grid, fuels like gas, coal, wood, pellets used in generators. Also coming from fuels like natural gas, hydrogen used in the fuel cells that convert it into power, and also coming from the sun through the use of the solar panels of different types, and from wind generators and hydropower plants. Next is water. Domestically, water can be spent as a sanitation and drinking water, and uh, where it comes from. Simply, water is comes from the an independent supply source. You can say wells and centralized water supply. Next is cold. It is one of the energy resource. You can say as a coal as a cold means you can say air conditioning, appliance, and food preservation. Air conditions, simply AC, which are used in domestically as well as industry also utilized. And food preserve, simply it is nothing but the fridge generates the heat which can be used to warm the premises in winter, or for industrial usage to heat the water. And it is coming from air conditioner, refrigerators of different types which discharge the waste heat into the environment, and also coming from the soil, water, air, etc. Now electricity is the most common source of power. It can be easily converted into other types of power, which you can say into the cold through the air conditioner, into the warm through the boiler, in mechanical operations, and even water is produced using electricity. But in thermal power plants, you can say where the fuels are used as a gas or coal, electricity is generated with the efficiency of around 30%. In this case, the electric heating is the least efficient and most environmentally damaging. It can be advantageous when being used at night. Only a few power stations can adjust to the reduced demands. Thus, there is an excess of capacity in power grid. This is why is in many countries there are special instruments to manage the consumption of energy. One of the most widespread is a night tariff, which is several times lower than the daytime one, or where electricity is produced from the renewable sources. Next point is the type of uh, energy consumption. Before that, I would like to mention the measures for private house. It is easier to introduce the energy efficiency solution to private houses. One is free to choose and it is not dependent on neighbors or other parties. In this case, it is possible to make complex decisions to achieve energy efficiency with, with the only limitations being availability of funds. We know that the energy has two components. First is energy input, other is energy loss. On this basis, there are two options. First is reduction of energy losses, and second is substitution of incoming energy resources with cheaper options. Next point is measures aimed at reducing energy consumption. Under the free or low cost measures, I would like to highlight some points that are nothing but first is measuring the energy usage. Second, controlling consumptions as often as possible, especially in the beginning until energy saving mode becomes a habit. Third is regulation of thermostat and air conditioner temperatures, filling up the cracks which allow warm air to leak out during winter and cool air to leak out during summer. Next is switching off unnecessary light and appliances, replacing light bulbs with more efficient ones, purchasing only energy efficient equipments, and next is using air conditioners with a heat mode for cold seasons instead of a thermostat, and scheduled repair of sanitary appliances and fixing of leaks. Now let's see the measures that require the investment, that are nothing but insulation of walls, roof, cellar, and replacement of windows and doors with energy efficient ones, installation of heat recovery ventilation, installation of an intelligent light management system, rebuilding the central heating system and air conditioner, use of smart meters, replacement of stove with an induction one. Energy saving does not always require large expenditure. Sometimes behavioral changes are enough. Next is measures that include switching to cheaper resources for any type of building. In that, replacement of boiler, furnaces, and central heating systems, which includes the soil fuel boilers, heat pumps, and solar panels, electric boiler operating on night tariffs, and also includes boilers that operate on fuel oil or liquefied gas. Let's see the measures aimed at reducing energy consumption for buildings, that are nothing but measuring energy usage, controlling consumption, regulation of the thermostat and air conditioner temperatures, filling up cracks which allows warm air to leak out during winter and cool air to leak out during summer, putting a door close to the entrance of the building, installation of automatic light management, replacement of light bulbs with more efficient ones, and insulation of the heating and cold water pipelines. Next, measures with low or no cost that includes use of an air conditioner with a heat mode for cold seasons instead of thermostat. Scheduled repairs of sanitary appliances and fixing leaks. Purchase only energy efficient equipments. Regulation of the thermostat and air conditioner temperatures. Use of curtains or blinds. These are the measures with the low or no cost, which could be used in the separate apartment also. And the last measures that require investment that includes insulation of walls, roof, cellar, and replacement of windows and doors with energy efficient ones. Installation of heat recovery ventilation, installation of intelligent light management system, rebuilding of the central heating system and air conditioner, and last is use of smart meters. These are the measures of domestic and non-domestic areas. Let's see the energy audit instruments. First is flue gas analysis. It is used for optimizing the consumption efficiency by measuring or monitoring the oxygen and CO levels in flue gas of boilers, furnaces, etc., and calculation of CO2 percentage in excess air level and efficiency. Next is temperature indicators. It is used for measuring the temperatures of gases, air, liquids, slurries, semi-solids, powders, etc. using different types of probes. Next is infrared thermometers. It is used for measuring the temperatures from a distance using infrared technology. Next, thermal insulation scanner. It is used for measuring the loss of energy in kilocalorie per unit area from hot or cold insulated surfaces. The total loss can be obtained by multiplying the total surface under that study. Next is steam trap monitor. It is used for performance evaluation of steam traps. Next is conductivity meter. It is used for on the spot water analysis of amount of dissolved solids in the water. Next is pH meter. It is used for on the spot analysis of effective acidity or alkalinity of a solution or water, or you can say acidity or alkalinity of water. Next is hygrometer. It is used for measurement of humidity and temperature and the calculation of dew point to dew point to find out the heat being carried away by outgoing gases in industries where product drying requires hot air. Next is thermohygrometer. Next is ultrasonic flow meter. Ultrasonic flow meter is used for measurement of flow of liquids through pipelines of various sizes through ultrasonic sensors mounted on the pipelines. Next is YouTube manometers, used for measurement of differential pressure. Digital manometer, used for measurement of different pressures. It is also whiz gauge used for different differential viscosity, used lube oil test kit. This used for testing the lube oil. Next is non-contacting tachometer used for the measurement of speed of rotating equipment. Demand analyzer, it is used for the measurement and analysis of electrical load and demand control. Power analyzer, used for measurement and analysis of electrical power. Harmonic analyzer used for analysis of harmonics in power station. Lux meter, it is used for the measurement of illumination level. Clip-on dip wattmeter, used for the power without interrupting the connections. Next is clip-on PF meter, used for measurement of power factor without interrupting the connections. Clip-on ampere meter, used for the measurement of current without interrupting the connections. Digital multimeter, used for the measurement of voltage, current and resistance. And the last equipment is nothing but frequency meter, used for measurement of power supply frequency. These are the equipments or instruments used for the energy audit, and this lecture whole about we seen about to uh, energy audit instruments and as well as measurements for energy audit. Thank you very much for listening to me.